Hi, my name is Katie and I'm starting this channel to document my progress as a driver as well as the build on my SC400. I bought the car in the summer of 2012 and it was a complete and total, I don't want to say pile of junk because obviously I love this car, but it was not in good condition. Nothing on it was savable. So basically the car ended up sitting for 2 years before I was able to buy the engine that I intended to swap it with when I bought it, which was a 1JZ VVTi. And then it sat for a couple more years while all of the gaskets got changed, ARP head studs, etc., and it sat for a couple more years. And then I continued building on the car, new suspension, HKS exhaust, everything. The only time that I have driven this car was immediately after I bought it to my house, which was a complete wreck, and I was afraid that I was even going to get back to my house because the V8 that was in the car stock had a surging issue, which was a little alarming. You would get a sudden, when you would turn the car on and then go to drive it, it's like it wouldn't go into gear right away until you had given it some gas. So you would get some instant whiplash and then the car would take off. And it had a decent amount of torque for the stock engine, was actually pretty impressive to me, especially never having a car with power before, so it seemed fast. And I enjoyed having people like my brother who can't drive worth a shit, drive it around a couple of blocks, and everything is just so old and crappy in the car. So it would dive, I believe it was to the left, because the arms need to be replaced. So I really enjoyed putting our lives at stake so that I could show him how fast the car was. Everything was really bad on this car. There was nothing about it that was something that I wanted to keep. You definitely had to have an imagination and see the potential in a car when I got this, and especially when I showed it to other people, they were just kind of not impressed. Everything about it was bad. The suspension was so bad that it would float and, do this for 5 minutes when you came to a stop. So that was fun. And then one time my brother and I drove it to Walmart to get groceries because that's just all she was good for at the time, I guess. And then once I finally got the 1JZ and everything put in and all the wiring kind of halfway done, because that still needs to be gone back over and done correctly, I drove it on its first startup with the new engine, and then I had realized that the transmission was going to need a possible rebuild due to issues with synchros, and now I'm going to be putting a CD009 into the car, so there's that. And as far as the body goes, I have some 97 plus aero that I had bought from someone out of town, and which I feel like was completely irrelevant for me to even say. And then I also have Vertex fenders on the front. At one point, probably in about a year, the entire body is going to change, but I would prefer to do that in a whole nother video to explain the situation. I'm wanting to upload this video before a track event that is coming up this weekend that I plan to drive at. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to drive my car because it's not ready. So I'm going to be driving a right-hand drive car, which should be really interesting. Luckily, the body's not super clean and painted because I'll probably add a couple imperfections to their car due to my lack of seat time. I also have a B7 S4 that I plan to be doing some building on as well. If you would like to follow my progress of becoming a better driver or on my builds, or maybe even have some pointers for me, like and subscribe to my channel, and that's it. Hi, I'm Katie, and this is an introduction video that I'm gonna start about my SC, and I need a bullet board. Hi, I'm Katie, and this is an introduction to a channel that I'm starting about my SC. I've been building this car for quite a few years now, and after all the progress I've already put into it, I wanted to start vlogging the rest of the build of the car. And